Hey everyone, it's VM Campos, Magic Fan. How's everyone out there in internet land doing? I see you've got a few fans there in the chat already. Welcome, Mark. Welcome everyone joining up. Let's see, how are my settings? Frame rate is good, CPU is good, no drop frames. Okay, that's great. Let's test out our cameras. Last week I wasn't able to get the amazing cam working, and now it is. So there we go, there's the amazing cam. When something amazing happens, I'll change to the amazing cam, and I'm right there live in the game. How do I do it? No one knows. And then I've also got the card camera over here. We're going to do a crack-a-pack. This time we've got a crack-a-pack of Core Set 2020 Black Theme Booster. I'll explain what that is if you don't know what that is. And then also, we're going to do some gameplay, yes, but I'm also going to take the time to prepare for, if you haven't heard, I've been I've been given access, early access, as part of the early access streamer event, to play some Throne of Eldraine cards before anyone else. I think even maybe before the good folks at Loading Ready Run. But me and a bunch of other streamers were chosen to preview the latest cards, play them live. I've done this before. I did it for Core Set 2020 3 months ago, and then I did it for War of the Spark 6 months ago, or whenever it came out. So that'll be Tuesday, September 24th, 11:11 a.m. to 4:44 p.m. Pacific time. And then after I go to work and come back, I'll start again at 10:10 p.m. and go to 12:12 midnight or so until I can't take it anymore. So I'm going to be streaming some amount of hours. I don't know, 5 to 9 hours or something. I don't know. I don't think that long, but maybe 6 hours. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try all the latest Throne of Eldraine cards. But before I actually try playing Throne of Eldraine on that day, because I'll be given access to every single card that exists. Count you in on that one. Great. I hope to see you there, definitely. Just work out the time zones. So before I play the cards, because I'll be able to play Constructed, they're going to give me access to every single card that exists in Throne of Eldraine. They're going to give me basically unlimited gems so that I can play a lot of Draft, or a lot of Constructed. Constructed will be available for the whole time, and it's a 24-hour sort of thing. And then only from like 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. or something can you play Limited, which is weird. Oh, and then I'm going to use all that free gems and stuff to buy so many like Fire Cats and stuff. Actually, there's going to be a brand new pet that you can buy. It's a little wolf thing. So I'll definitely buy that. And cool sleeves. So that's coming up. But before I can do all of that, here's another camera I'm going to be doing today. This is my web browser camera, or input, I suppose, because what I need to do is craft decks. So I'm going to look at all of the Throne of Eldraine cards that exist, and I've already got kind of a few ideas of what I want to do for deck building, but of course everyone there in the audience, you can help me out to craft some decks. I'm going to be using Scryfall, proud sponsor of the stream, I wish, and then also mtgarena.pro to actually craft the deck and save it so that I can export it and import it into Arena. So I'm also going to be doing that. I'm going to be crafting some Eldraine decks and then playing them live on Tuesday. And after we craft maybe 1 or 2 decks or whatever here, then I'll do some gameplay, try to climb the ladder a little bit. So those are my goals. Those are my goals for the stream tonight. Let's just check over here. We got a few people on YouTube. Welcome everyone hanging out on YouTube. We've got a few people hanging out on Twitch. Welcome if you're on Twitch. I'm simulcasting to both places. I'm going to try to monitor everything at once with my NORAD style control panel here. I got a few things going on so that I can monitor everything. Let me just do one more announcement. We'll say, hey everyone. I guess I'll do the everyone here on Discord. Hey everyone here. I'm live right now. Come and hang out. And then I'll do one more self-promotion over on Twitter, just to let people know that I'm live on Twitter as well. Hey everyone, I'm playing some MTG Arena and theory crafting some MTG Eldraine decks in preparation. How do you spell preparation? Preparation. Around Dr. Puzzle Quest people. Ooh, that'll be great so much. Thank you for that. If more people can come and hang out, it's more good, because we can hang out and do cool stuff together. Okay, crafting some Eldraine decks in preparation for my sponsored early access streamer event on Tuesday the 24th. Let's craft some decks. And then my links, twitch.tv VM Campos or youtube.com VM Campos JR. Okay, send that out there. That's gonna do its thing. And that's gonna do its thing there. Actually, let me do one more promotion. I'm also part of a super secret Discord chat server that I can't reveal, perhaps. So let me just announce myself there, and then we'll get started. So I'll say, hey everyone, I'm theory crafting some Eldraine only decks at the moment. Come hang out on my stream. Okay, I'll put that there. I don't know if I can like fully like put my direct link and everything right there. So anyway, just to confirm, so that control panel looks good, and this one here as well. Let me just refresh something there, and I think we'll be ready to go. Maybe we'll play one game, and then we'll theory craft. What does everyone in the chat say right there? What should we do first? Should we just play like one game so far, or do a little theory crafting? What does everyone say? Got a few people in the chat, so maybe a few people can say something. And because we have those possibilities where we can have people got a follow from King Jeffy or King Gaffy, King Jeffy, I think that's the name, and also from Ginger and Spruce. Thank you so much, down for watching. Yeah, no problem. But that's the thing. Should we just start ready to play already some limited or whatever, or right here in my various browser windows to kind of put together a deck? So that's the idea. Should we put together some decks or play our first game? Because I'm going to do both. And then, of course, I'm also going to do stuff over here on the card camera where I'm going to open some real-life boosters and also something else special over there. And then also something special over here on the left side over there. So I'm going to be cracking stuff as well and definitely playing and such. We got one vote for play. Maybe we'll do a little ladder climbing for a moment to get a few more people here. And then we will do the theory crafting, perhaps. All right, so let's do... So everyone joining in the chat, let's do one Let's do one game over here about seeing about the climbing the ladder just a little bit. The this season's about to end in 5 days. I made it back up to platinum. Last season I couldn't get out of gold. 2 seasons ago I made it all the way up to diamond. This season I just got into platinum 4. I have not been able to get out of platinum 4. I kind of switched up decks a little bit as well, just to try different things. But I'm going to go back to the tried and true mono blue tempo, the one that's gotten me to the highest levels, the one that annoys my opponents. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to throw an island there, pass to them. I can either do the opt, Spectral Sailor, or Spell Pierce. Let's Spectral Sailor there. And then we'll do an attack, and then here we've got an opt or a Spell Pierce. They're playing Rakdos. So what are they going to be up to? Ooh, actually they're playing 3 colors. Let's get that Search for Ascanta out of here. Nope. And then also, I never see someone playing red, blue, Essence Capture. They're probably not going to really do creatures. What's their strategy in red, blue, black? And that's Grixis, right? Red, blue, black is Grixis? What's their strategy here? Anyway, I got both types of counter spells, so let's see, they did nothing. Okay, good. That will allow me to draw a card. Let's see. They have a Field of Ruin, which won't hurt me. Look, they're playing all the colors, okay? They have red, blue, black, and white. Home of Everything Nasty plus white. But here we have Joyra. Okay, cool. They're doing something uncommon here. Props to that. I haven't seen anyone play Joyra ever. So, grats. But I'm still gonna counterspell them, because that's something about historics. Draw a card. Alright, Karn, that's my last spell. I'm tapped out. And a Terry, okay. Let's... I shouldn't really be extending myself like this. They can Cry of the Carnarium or wipe everything, so I probably shouldn't have put everything out at once. I got overzealous. But this is lethal unless they settle the wreckage, Deafening Clarion, Prison Realm. Okay, I'm fine with that. It'll extend things a little bit further. They left it at the top. Okay. One final red mana or one more land drop. Okay, Curious Obs. Let's do that. I'm gonna miss Curious Obsession when rotation happens. This is lethal for them next turn. Fairy Miscreant. Yeah, I can still get a big old board wipe here, so I guess I won't really drop anything yet. That's a Kaya. Okay, no problem. Kaya's not going to do any good, really, because they're going to target that. But then I'm going to Siren Storm, chase that away. Dunzo. And then GG. There we go, Siren Storm Chaser. I'm going to miss that little guy as well. Siren Storm Chaser can block whatever. Okay, so they're playing all the colors, basically, except green. And the counter spells and stuff that I had here were fine. And I don't know what their end result is. I didn't see any Planeswalkers, and I'm sure there will be Planeswalkers. So I'm going to throw in some Tails Ends. Throw away those opts. And, I don't know. They didn't do green. They had red. Essence Capture. I had one Essence Capture. I'll throw in one Essence Capture. Keep Curious. Dive. 4 Miscreants. Nah. let's take out 2 Miscreants and put into negates Sailor for some flash. Now, let's do that. And I'm battling Baal-Fegor. I'm sure that's a cool, like, biblical name of some demon, some Old Testament demon or something. Baal-Fegor. How's everyone in the chat doing so far today? Were you productive? I was very productive. I was organizing my comics, and I discovered something shocking. I thought a comic book that I had, this is a terrible hand for them. Something shocking. I thought I had a first print. Look at that, so many counterspells. The annoyance is over 9,000. I thought I had a first printing of a comic book that I've had since 1990. But actually it was a second printing. So all of this time I thought I had a first printing. But no big deal. It's not even a valuable book or anything. Ooh, Captain Storm. Cool. Let's get her out of here because she's going to create treasures. And then we've got a 1/1 Fibblethip. So anyways, I was organizing my comics. I saw that I had second printing. You tried to carve a spider and it went terrible, so now it's firewood. Well, waste not, want not. The spider would sound difficult because it has all those legs, you know. So you have to be very careful about crafting each little leg, right? Alright, there we go. So, let's drop a Terrimander. Still have a Spell Pierce, Negate, or Tail's End, or jump in with a Trickster. There's a Dovin. Yeah, this deck is, like, interesting. They are using cards I've never seen people... I see people use Fibblethip a little bit. I don't see anyone use Joyra. Dovin. I haven't seen Dovin in a while. So props to my opponent. They're actually using cards that are not really in the meta. Especially in a Platinum, I suppose. There's a bit of everything in the deck, it seems. They have double white, so that's enough for a Settle the Wreckage. So it is pausing for something. Let's see if we can take out Fibblethip. Now I did deactivate its ability, right? So it just goes to the graveyard. And they're going to pass turn, so okay, what are they going to do here at the end? Second main phase. Have 1 mana. That's a Teshar, no big deal. Let's... if I put the Curious... Okay, Teshar will get good. If I put Curious on the Terrimander, they will probably block it and I'll lose it. So let's put it there. They probably won't block with their Teshar because it'll definitely die and it does cool stuff. Okay, they didn't block. Great. And the land drops for us have both been terrible. I've barely gotten up to 3 lands, and they've been stuck on 4, but they've got all their colors. And Tajik. I guess we'll stop that with a Tail's End. And... uh-oh, that's actually very good. Right into the battlefield, Tajik also has haste. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. So, okay. I guess we'll have to take, we'll take our lumps with the captain. I'm out of mana. We have 2. I have 2 of that. Okay. Let's just go in with, again, I don't think they're going to take... they're going to get their Teshar killed. Yeah, they're not going to get their Teshar killed. Good. Does that give me my next land, please? Yes, okay. So with that, I can drop both the Sailor. I can double block the Captain. And I have a Negate, or a Retort, or a Spell Pierce. They're playing every color. There's green. So is this going to be Nissa Planeswalker? Every color. I salute you, Bael Fagor. You played every color. And you're in Platinum. Karn. We're going to have to negate that. Actually, that Ancestor's working very well because, okay, let's think about this. Yeah, let's negate Karn. They're gonna get Tajik back. That's fine. Actually, that's not great. Okay, this is actually not gonna work exactly how I want because then they will be able to give first strike to Tajik. They're gonna give the captain +1/+1. Okay, only attacking with... Okay, attacking with both. Yep, so that gets mentored into a 3/3, so it's out of my range. Fine. Then they have enough mana to first strike Tajik, so we'll just let it go in, and we'll just have... We're fine taking 6 damage. If I can get my Merfolk Trickster, that's not a Merfolk Trickster. Okay, let's do this. Sunburst Deck, yeah, they're playing with everything. They're pumping every color. Oops, they want to fry that. They could fry it, they could mortify it. Whoops, tapped out. So, yep, Spell Pierce that away. Got a lot of stuff in the air and on the ground. Fine, Siren Storm Chaser. Take my card and a Djinn. Not enough for a Djinn. Okay, I'm going to take 3, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to take 8 damage and I'm going to go down to 1. And they probably have a burn spell. So I don't think we're going to survive this. Just from the logic of it, they probably have 1 burn spell. They're going to do 8 damage to me. And then Joyra, going to bring back something from the graveyard. Fibblethip does not have haste. Joyra is so cool. Look at her cool animation. Yeah, that Teshar is kind of amazing. I never realized how great it was. They're not attacking with their Apostle. Interesting. They could get me down to 1. I need to top deck on the next turn a Merfolk Trickster. So I can get... Okay, actually that's game over, because they're going to crack their treasure. Oh, they didn't crack their treasure? Oh, wait, never mind. What am I doing? If they had attacked with everything... man, where's my freaking Trickster? Okay, well, throw everything at them. They have the superior numbers, right? We can't hold back because they're going to attack with everything, so gotta go for it. And, that's still lethal. What am I talking about? So, yep. Oh, well, no, if they blocked... They have to block the Trickster. They're going to block it with Fibblethip, I'm sure. So that Teshar worked very well. That's what caused them to win this time. So let's see what they do. They'll probably go all in. The smart thing would be to go all in, because I've got 2 blockers and they've got 3 attackers. They're gonna go all in. So this is already game over. I already saw it a little while ago, but I guess we'll let it play out. I should just concede because we can see the writing on the wall, but I'm sure they just need to attack with everything and we're done. Yeah, so this is a deck with everything, and I'm surprised that they managed to pull it off. Okay, we're done. Let's go on to the next round. So it is a lot of creatures, so let's put another Essence Capture. Let's put in... They're not very high casting cost, so I guess Entrancing Melodies. Let's get these Fairy Miscreants out. And the Spectral Sailor just down to 1. They did have some red creatures. I suppose a Drake in there to block red. Or a Gust. Let's put Gusts in there, actually. Those deal with red creatures. Take back 1 Djinn and put back 1 more Gust. Okay. So they do have interesting creatures. That Teshar was the one that really got me. Teshar is how much mana? When do I need to be careful about Teshar? 4 mana. Okay, so on turn 4 I gotta be careful for a Teshar. I go first. No creatures but counters. Okay. So after this game, we'll crack some packs and then we'll craft some decks. Oops, they had to mulligan twice. That's not good, right? 3 mulligans. Okay, I guess I don't think they're going to be in a very good position at all with 3 mulligans on a deck that needs every color, so this will probably be very slow for them, but I'm very slow too. I have no creatures. So they went down to 4. If someone goes down to 4 and you still lose, it's like, what are you doing with your life? Now, I'm getting terrible draws here, so... Okay, they needed that. Fibblethip, let's get that out of here. No card draw, 3rd land. Okay, I can retort. Probably hold on to the retort. Legion's Landing. Spell Pierce that. Yeah, this deck has everything. Their deck has everything. No big cohesive thing. It's kind of interesting, however. Down to the captain. Okay, let's have them lose some tempo here. If I can get 1 more land, I can Entrance Melody their captain. They threw it away, actually. Interesting. And we just got a grip of counterspells. Wow, the magic algorithm strikes again. And they have nothing. Okay, they're also missing land drops. Like, what's going on? And then here's all my lands. Okay. They have black, white. Okay, they have all their colors now. They have every color, right? Okay, there's a Trickster. Guess we'll drop that in a moment. You lost your connection. Well, no worries. I'm having such a weird game so far. I was very, very slow. There's a Teferi. Let's get that out of here. Actually, I misplayed right there. I should have done the Merfolk Trickster and then And then the counter spell, right? Because then I would have gotten the counter spell out cheaper, but I guess it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, this has been so weird so far. They had to mulligan down to 4, and then I got 2 lands and everything counter spells. And I've been drawing lots of lands and counter spells. This is my first creature, Merfolk Trickster, and I still got a bunch of counter spells, and they're about to unsummon that. Well, gotta let that resolve, because spell pierces are lame in this example. And then the captain, okay. Let's lock her down. Then I can steal her next turn. So, 1, 2, 3 on that. I drink your milkshake. So, Captain Lannery, Storm, get on my team. Karn, nope. They're gonna be down to 1. Okay, I'm gonna blast them with their own captain. Wow, this has been such a weird game. Sorry, Balfagor Ukaya. Yeah, like, I had a million counter spells. I know how annoying that must be. And, man, I didn't do the final crack of the treasure. Okay, what do we have left here? It's lethal for them. Field of Ruin does no good. Uh-oh, they probably... They seem to have something in hand. 4 mana, that's, I'm gonna unsummon that. That's fine, because I haven't done my attack phase yet, so I'll still... Oh, actually it goes to their hand. Oh, cool. Okay. That deserves a nice... So... I couldn't have spell pierced it anyway. Okay, they get their captain. Joyra. Out of land. Okay, this is hilarious. Final land, the captain draws them a card. Fine. If they don't have something to deal with my heir attacker, then they're done. That's the first hit that they did on me. And then feather. Okay, well, if I don't get a Merfolk Trickster. Okay, well, everyone, engage pessimism. They're back. This this is their comeback of the century. They were able to come back from the brink of extinction to win it. So at the very least, I'll sacrifice my tamer so that they don't gain that life. They're all tapped out. 1 white mana. The captain's gonna make 1 more. Ooh, okay, what can I steal here? I can steal Feather. That's 3 plus 2, 5. Okay, amazing top deck. Amazing top deck. Okay, take it all back, magic gods. Thank you, I love you. Get on my side, Feather. Untapped. But I can't attack with it, huh? And GG with their own creature. Wow, this was... Okay, what do they have? Which I will counterspell. Oh, settle the wreckage. OMG, this was a battle of the century. It just went back and forth. Whoa. This is impossible. Wow, my pessimistic nature, I would have rage quitted already when things started to turn around, but then I kept going for you, the fans there in the chat, and it totally turned around. I can't believe it. They had top-decked a Settle the Wreckage. I had top-decked a Counterspell. I top-decked, first of all, Steal Their Creature, wow, which came from the sideboard. And that's recorded for all time on my Twitch now. I'm going to replay it over and over. You just gotta keep the faith, even when the odds seem inconceivable. So, cool. Let's switch over to the card cam and crack a pack. I noticed last time when I had my microphone, it didn't quite pick up my voice as much as I wanted. I think maybe like that, because I have to see a couple of things at once and turn my head into awkward poses. But I think here we go. Okay, so if you haven't seen these before, I've done videos on my YouTube about this, but I didn't do one for Core Set 2020. It's kind of the same thing from previous sets. These started in Guilds of Ravnica. This is basically a booster, a mega booster that comes with 35 cards. So this is basically 2.5 boosters. You know, a booster has 16 cards, right? So this is a little bit, or 15 officially, this is a little bit more than 2 boosters. And then it says guaranteed at least 1 rare. And I guess it says you can also just throw in 25 lands, 25 swamps, and this is ready to play. This is kind of cool. Like if people just want to, it's kind of like sealed. It's not a draft, but you can kind of play sealed. Just throw in some lands and get together with friends and play with whatever this randomly is. So I don't know how playable it is, but it's supposed to have some. It's supposed to have some variety of cards, and it comes with a cool little armband that I can wear showing my allegiance to evil. And I'm not sure about the order that these are in. Can kind of see that okay, right? Let me see if my microphone's a little better like that, maybe. And let's open this up and see. Alright, so maybe we won't look at them quite in detail, but we've got Epicure of Blood, Sorcerer of the Fang, Heartpiercer Bow, Vampire of the Dire Moon, Barony Vampire, Agonizing Siphon, I love that card and the art, Prismite, another Epicure, Vial of Dragonfire, Scuttlemutt, Murder, back into common, Evolving Wilds. It's kind of interesting that they would put that in this sort of deck, I feel. Blight Beetle, Total Color Hate, Boneclad Necro, Marauder's Axe, Feral Abomination, Meteor Golem, Audacious Thief, I love this guy, Blood-Soaked Altar, this one's fun, make some demons, Mind Rot, another murder, got 2 murders in this, Blade Brand, Blood for Bones is cool, Salvager of Ruin, Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, nice finisher, Soul Salvage, Bone Splinters, Duress, Unholy Indenture, Sanitarium Skeleton, Gorging Vulture, Undead Servant, 2 Servants, 3 Servants, Steel Overseer is the rare. Don't like this. Hey there, Stevie, how's it going? So the rare was the Steel Overseer, which I don't care about at all, especially in this deck. This is so weird. This is supposed to be... So Bloodsect Altar goes awesome with the skeleton. Oh yeah, you keep sacrificing your skeleton over here, Sanitarium Skeleton. You keep sacking your skeleton, and then it keeps making those demons, but you still have to sacrifice something from your hand. So that's funny, we got 3 of these. So these are semi-random, and then I guess it's more random than it seems because the Overseer +1 to each artifact, so to itself, because there's only 1 artifact in this whole deck here. But I'm probably going to sell this. I was looking at prices online, and I have a few doubles of things that I don't really need. I was going to sell one of these, so okay, I guess I got 2 to sell, because I'm not really doing much with artifacts. So that was the Corset 2020 Black Theme Booster. I think I separated this properly, right? I put all commons and uncommons over here. Let's look at this one more time, the uncommons and the rares. So Salvager of Ruin, don't care. Blood for Bones is cool. I kind of like it in Commander. Blood-Soaked Altar could be cool, or Altar. If you've got the right engine, Meteor Golem is alright. 7 mana, kill anything. Blight Beetle only against certain opponents. Scuttlemutt, it's a mana dork plus a mana rock at the same time. Try to focus that. Vampire the Dire Moon, I love that in my vampire decks. I'm going to build a new vampire deck actually. And then the Steel Overseer, don't really care in any decks that I have in real life. Back in 30 minutes. Not planning on ending the stream yet early? No problem. Got other things. I'll wait for you to unbox something else. I have something else here. I want to unbox some Legos. So we'll do that on the next break. So I'll put that right there. That's coming up on the next break between matches. Some Lego stuff. So we'll get back to the main game over here. Hey everyone in the chat, how are you doing? If you're just joining, I'm playing I just played a game right now of Climbing the Ladder. I'm on Platinum 4. I just won with my mono blue deck. What I'm also doing is I'm gonna craft some decks, because if you haven't heard, on Tuesday, let's switch over here actually. If you haven't heard, on Tuesday, I'm going to be part of the early access streamer event. I'm going to have full access to every single card of the brand new set, the brand new Grimm's Fairy Tale / Knights of the Round Table set, Throne of Eldraine. They're going to give me access, Wizards of the Coast is going to give me access to every single card that exists, plus like 1,000,000 gems, so I can play as much of the events as I want. So it is yay, with 12 exclamation points, definitely. So that's going to happen on Tuesday. Please refrain from spamming. Whoops, sorry, my Streamlabs thing is too mean. It doesn't like your enthusiasm, so sorry about that. I got to change my setting. I guess too many exclamation points and it thinks you're a spammer. But I know you're not, so it's okay. So yeah, don't worry about it. So anyway, what I'm also going to do, besides playing, I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up my web browser, and I'm going to look through these cards a little bit. Can you cuss Streamlabs out? Maybe if you say it in another language or something. I don't know, in German or something. So I'm going to look through the cards. I already have some notes written somewhere here about what deck I want to build. And I'm going to put together a deck. that then I'm going to put together and use for real on Tuesday. But here I'm going to theory craft. This is all of the cards at the moment. Hold on here. MTG Arena Pro, where did that go? Okay. Let's see my decks. Okay, so I am going to craft a deck there in a moment. Okay, so I'm gonna take one more quick look at the black. I'm gonna see about a. Okay, for the Eldraine event, I'm gonna create Eldraine only decks and I think I'm going to go with monocolor. This new set actually seems to be very good if you stick with only monocolor. Kind of cool. So I'm going to make some notes here. First of all, so we have Ayara, First of Lochtwain. She's a black for a 2/3. And whenever she or another black creature enters the battlefield under my control, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain a life. Tap, sacrifice a black creature, draw a card. Okay, so putting into my notes, I definitely want to create an Araya deck. I want to put Araya in my black deck. I also am going to do, right next to it, we've got Bake Into a Pie. This basically destroys a creature and you get a food. So food can then be used for other things, such as gaining life, or it's an artifact, so you can do other things with it. So I need that for my removal. Bake Into a Pie. I'm just making notes on another screen here, and then I'll put it into a deck. Barrow Witches. When it enters, return a target knight. Okay, I think I'm also going to focus on knights. Making a note here. Knights. I'm going to see how many black knights I have. Barrow Witches. Return a knight from the graveyard to your hand. Okay, so you get a 3/4 and you return a knight to your hand. So maybe the Barrow Witches, I would rather have it go directly to the battlefield, but we'll see. Belle of the Brawl. She's a knight, 3/2. She has Menace, and when she attacks, other knights get +1. Okay, she's definitely going in my deck. Let me note that. Belle of the Brawl. Black Lance Paragon. That's really cool art right there. I love how that's like in profile. And she's attacking. They are attacking. Flash. When Paragon enters, target knight gains Death Touch and Lifelink. Okay, cool. So for 2 mana, you get a 3/1 Flash, and something else gets Lifelink and Death Touch. Target knight. Oh, actually itself. When it enters target knight, it can give it to itself. So you can flash this knight in and get a 3/1 Death Touch Lifelink right to itself. That's really cool. So I'm going to note that into my notes. Black Lance, Paragon. Bog Naughty, a fairy. Flying, sacrifice a food, target creature that's -3. So that's not a knight, so I'll put it in the maybe pile, but it synergizes with food. Bognati. Cauldron Familiar. I think I have to throw this in just because I gotta have cats. This is the only black cat that's in Eldraine. It's a 1/1 for 1. When it enters the battlefield, opponents lose 1 life, I gain 1 life. Sacrifice a food, return Cauldron from the graveyard to the battlefield. So I'll probably put the Cauldron Familiar, even though I want to focus on Black Knights. Cauldron of Eternity. This spell costs 2. Okay, this is hilarious. This is 10 mana plus 2. 10 mana plus 2 for a legendary artifact. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Whenever a creature you control dies, put it at the bottom. So after the Cauldron is out, any of your creatures then go to your library instead of the graveyard. Then you do a 2 and a black tap. Pay 2 life. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, so you can only do it once. It comes from the graveyard right to the battlefield, which is good, I guess. But you have to have good stuff already in the graveyard. Yeah, I don't think I'll pick that. Cauldron's Gift, sorcery. Adamant, here's the new thing, Adamant. If you pay more black mana, it's better than paying other colors. So if you pay more black mana, put the top 4 cards in your library into your graveyard, then you may choose a creature card in your graveyard. If you do, return to the battlefield. So if you got something that's in the graveyard, then you can return it to life with a +1. This is 5 mana. I don't know. I don't think I want to go with the Cauldron. Then we've got Clackbridge Troll. It's a 3 black for 8/8, trample and haste. Oh yeah, I saw this one. When this troll enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 3/0/1 white goat creature tokens. So I give them 3 goats. I get an 8/8 trample with haste. But then, at the beginning of combat on my turn, any opponent may sacrifice a creature. If a player does, tap this troll, I gain 3 life and draw a card. That's kind of hilarious and amazing. I want to put that in the deck as well, Clackbridge, because I want to attack obviously with an 8/8, but if they sacrifice one of their goats, it stops me from attacking, but I gain 3 life and I draw a card. That is wacky, so I'm putting that in the deck. Epic Downfall, exile target creature with converted cost of 3. That's definitely going in there. I need some kill spells. Epic Downfall will work perfectly. Eye Collector, whenever Eye Collector deals combat damage, each player puts the top card of the library into the graveyard. That's going to do some self-milling, which I don't really think I want to deal with. Festive Funeral, target creature gets -X, where X is the number of creatures in my graveyard, and that's 5 casting cost. I don't think so. Foreboding Fruit, 3 mana, sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Adamant, if you spent black mana, create food. Draws cards and loses life, and you get a food. Maybe. I'll put that in the maybe. More card draw is more good. Foreboding Fruit. Forever Young, 2 mana. Put any number of target creature cards from your graveyard on top of your library, then draw a card at sorcery. So it re-summons something from the graveyard and it draws you a card. Nah. Okay, Foulmire Knight. Here is something brand new in the new cards. There's some new cards which are so amazing. Look at them right here. Looking forward to what the fruit tokens will bring to the table. The food tokens. Yeah, the food tokens will either give you life or you sacrifice them to do other things. So let's see how that goes. But here's something brand new too. If you see right here, these types of cards, they are a creature because they have a creature casting cost, and they are also an instant. So you can pay either the instant cost right there or the creature cost. If you pay the creature cost, you can no longer pay the instant cost. If instead, however, you pay the instant cost, you get that part of the ability, and then you exile your creature, but then you can still cast it. So you get 2 things in one. If you pay 1 black, you get a 1/1 Death Touch. Okay, cool. Or if you do the adventure for 3 mana, draw a card, lose 1 life. Kind of like that. So Death Toucher is good, plus card draw. So I'll put the Foulmire Knight in the deck probably. Giant's Skewer. Giant's Skewer, 2 mana artifact. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. Whenever a equipped creature deals damage, create a food, equip for 3. So something could get bigger and bigger and create food. Maybe. I'll put it in the maybe. Giant's Skewer. Put that in the maybe. Lash of Thorns. 1 black mana. Instant, target creature gets +2/+1 and gains Death Touch. Maybe that's a combat trick, so maybe Lash of Thorns. Locthwain Paladin. I have to remember to look at the lands. I think there's some really good lands here, plus artifacts. Locthwain Paladin. It has Menace for 3 mana. For 4 mana, actually. And it has Adamant. If at least 3 black was used, it comes in as a +1/+1. So if you pay 4 mana... if you pay 4 mana, you can get a 4/3 with Menace. And it is a knight. So that might be useful. It's a common. We'll see. Any new pirate support? That's a good question. Let me search right now to see if there's any pirates. Let me do over here. Duplicate tab. Let me search right now if there's any pirates. So the set is Eldraine, and then I'll search of type pirate. Doesn't seem to find any pirates. Let me confirm something else. Format, standard. The only pirates, let's see, tell me by set. Pirates, let's see, that's Core Set 2019, which is going away. Core Set 2020. In Core Set 2020, there's a Brineborn Cutthroat. It's a Merfolk pirate. It's not in the new set. There's Spectral Sailor. That's in Core Set 2020. Not in the new set. That's the one that came out the last set, Core Set 2020. Spectral Sailor's cool. It's a 1/1 with flash plus blue. I mean 4 blue. And then you pay 4 and it draws you a card. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat, that one's already out there. Glinthorn Buccaneer, okay, here's a pirate. Red, and white, red, and 1 more. You get a 2/4 with haste. Whenever you discard a card, the Buccaneer deals 1 damage to each opponent, and then 1 and a red discard, draw a card. But only when it's attacking. Okay, that might be something right there. Glinthorn Buccaneer. Crafty Cut Purse. Let's see what else is new. Everything else looks like it's Ixalan cards, which are rotating out. Yeah, everything else is Ixalan. So the only new pirate support are those. Brineborn Cutthroat. It's a 2/1 with flash. Whenever you cast a spell during your opponent's turn, it gets a +1/+1 permanently. So there's that. There's the Spectral Sailor. It's a 1/1 with flash, but it draws you cards. And then there's the Glinthorn Buccaneer. So there you go. There's some new pirates that came out recently. Okay, back to this here. So Lost Legion, 3 mana, 2/3. When it enters, scry 2. It's a Spirit Knight, but that's a little basic. So that's a maybe. Lost Legion. Malevolent Noble. This is a 2/2 for 2. Sacrifice an artifact or another creature. Put a 1/1. Nah. Memory Theft. Sorcery. Target opponent reveals your hand. Oh yeah, this is the one where you get something out of their hand and mess with their adventures. Murderous Rider. Everyone's saying this is a great card, so I think I'm definitely including that. So that's Murderous Rider. Creature Zombie Knight, 3 mana, 2/3, or goes on an adventure first, destroy a creature or planeswalker, and then it has lifelink. When it dies, return it to your library. Oathsworn Knight. It's a human knight for 3 mana. 0/0. When it enters, put 4 1/1s. Oathsworn Knight has to attack. If damage would be dealt, no damage is done, and instead you remove 1. That's kind of interesting. You get a 4/4 for 3, but then it gets weaker. So I'll put it in the maybes. Order of Midnight. This is a 2/2. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Or you get a 2/2 flyer. I don't know. Do I want to return too much? Order of Midnight. Piper of the Swarm. Okay, I saw this is kind of funny. It's not a knight. It's a human warlock. It's a 1/3 for 2. Rats you control have menace. Pay 1 and a black. Create a 1/1 black creature. Card token. Or 2 and black. Sacrifice 3 rats. Gain control of target creature. I kind of want to do something fun with that, so I'll put that in the deck. Piper of the Swarm. Rankle, Master of Pranks. Rankle, Prankle. 4 mana. It's a 3/3 flying haste. Whenever it deals combat damage, choose any number. Each player discards, each player loses a life, each player sacrifices. Looks like your rats are finally getting support. Yeah, that's a good point here. How many more rats are there? Let's see here. Let's look type of rat in the set Eldraine. There's okay. What about mouse? I think Oracle rat. Here we go. Okay, so there are 3 rat-related cards in the new set Piper, which I'm using. Mad Ratter, which is in red, so I won't be using that. Chittering Witch. This is 4 mana, 2/2. When it enters, create a number of 1/1 rats equal to the number of opponents you have. I'm only going to have 1 opponent, so I'm only going to get 1. Sacrifice a creature, target creature gets -2. Oh man, that'd be perfect in multiplayer. If this was like a 4-player thing, it would get me 3 rats. Then I need to copy those rats somehow. So Chittering Witch is not as cool as I would like it to be. It's only going to create 1 extra rat. But maybe combining the Witch plus the Piper, I'll put it in the deck. Chittering Witch. Why didn't I see it before up here? Clack and Epic. Huh. I guess it might not be showing it fully in order. But, okay, so let me put the Chittering... Oh, I see, because it's from one of the pre-constructed decks. Okay. So Chittering Witch, I'll put her on the list. And continuing, Reaper of Night. It's... Oh yeah, I just heard about this one. It's 7 mana for a 4/5. Whenever it attacks, if the defending player has 2 or fewer cards, it gains flying. Target player discards 2 cards. Nah, that's too weird. Reave Soul, destroy target creature with power 3 or less. Okay, yes, I want another kill spell there, so Reave Soul. Revenge of Ravens, enchantment. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, that creature's controller loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. That's kind of cool. I love those types of effects. So Revenge of the Ravens. Smitten Swordmaster. 2 mana, 2/1, lifelink or adventure. You gain X life, and each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of knights you control. That's kind of cool there. If I'm going to have a lot of knights, that might do some good damage. Smitten Swordmaster. Spectre Shriek, 1 black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land. If you do, that player exiles. If it's non-black, you exile your own hand. Oh, that's not too cool. Sir Conrad. Okay, that one's definitely going in. I enjoyed this card in the Brawl deck. Tempting Witch. When Tempting Witch enters the battlefield, create a food, sacrifice a food, target player loses 3 life. That's cool, I think. What's the name again? Tempting Witch. Tempting Witch. And then we got Wicked Guardian. It's a 4/2. When Wicked Guardian enters, you may have it deal 2 damage to your own creature if you do draw a card. Maybe. I'll put that into the maybe. Wicked Guardian. Wishclaw Talisman, I think I heard this one's very good. 2 mana artifact, it has 3 wishes on it. 1, tap and remove a wish. Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. An opponent gains control of this. Activate this only on your turn. If you stop it from going to their hand, you can just go get your card that you want. Witch's Vengeance. Creatures of the creature type get -3. Okay. I want that for removal as well. Witch's Vengeance. Okay, so those are all the black cards that I found. Pretty cool. Let me also go to the artifacts, lands, and multicolored. Let's see here. Multicolored. Anything for black? I'm going to do mono black. Okay. Covetous Urge can be black or... Hey everyone in the chat, how are you doing? I am currently theory crafting... I'm currently theory crafting a deck for my event on Tuesday where I get to preview Eldraine cards. I'm almost done. I think I picked some good cards so far. So, Covetous Urge. This is a black sorcery. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from that player's graveyard or hand and exile it. You may cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. You may basically steal any of your opponent's things. So I'm going to put that on my list. I think I want that for my deck. Covetous Urge. I'm going to play mono black, so I should be able to cast it. You can need that on the pre-release. Yeah, I'll review all my cards again in just a moment. Deathless Knight. This one can also be in my deck. Black. 4/2 haste. When you gain life for the first time each turn, return Deathless from your graveyard to your hand. Kind of cool. 4/2 with haste, maybe. How have I been? How has everyone been? I've been good so far. Just crafting here. We will crack some stuff on the card cam in a moment and get back to playing in just a moment. Elite Headhunter. So that's another black. What's this one? 2/3 with Menace. Then you can also play black. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. Headhunter deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. I'm only going to do Eldraine cards, so I don't have that one skeleton that I can keep sacrificing, so I don't know if I really want that, but I'll put it in the maybe pile. That is the Elite Headhunter. And then what else in my colors? Resolute Rider. Black. 4/2. Play black. Pay black. Resolute Rider gains lifelink. Cool. Or pay black. Resolute Rider gains indestructible. Kind of cool. Resolute Rider. Clockwork Servant artifact. It's a 3 with adamant. Enters battlefield if you pay at least 3 mana of the same color. Draw a card. So you get a 2/3 and you draw a card. Nah. Crashing Drawbridge. It's a wall. Creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. So all creatures I control gain haste. Interesting. All creatures gain haste. Nah. Enchanted Carriage. So vehicles return. 1 vehicle returns. This is just such amazing flavor. For 5 mana, you get a 4/4 vehicle. When the carriage enters, create 2 1/1 mice creatures, and you crew it for 2. So those 2 mice that you bring with your carriage also lets you crew this. So for 5 mana, you get a 4/4, basically. Ginger Brute. It's a 1 casting cost, 1/1 with haste. You pay 1, it cannot be blocked except by creatures with haste. And you sacrifice, you gain 3 life. Golden Egg. When it enters, draw a card. Sacrifice Golden Egg, add 1 mana, 2 and a tap, sack, you gain 3 life. Henge Walker, 3 mana, 2/2 adamant. Gets a +1. So a 3/3. The egg art or the egg ability draws you a card. 2 to at least draw a card, and then 2 and sack to draw you life or give you mana of any color. I'm playing mono black, so that doesn't matter, but it draws me a card for 2 in black and then sack for life. Maybe the egg might be cool. Let me put it in the maybe pile. Handwalker, nah. Heraldic Banner enters, choose a color, creatures you control. Okay, I kind of like that. It's a mana rock, but it gives all my knights. I'm focused like on black, just the art. Okay, I'm doing black knights, so my knights could get +1/+0 with this, but it's 3 mana. I don't know if I really need it. I know that it was very useful when I played the Brawl event. And then right here, we have Pinocchio. Magic has created Pinocchio. Check it out right here. Inquisitive Puppet. 1 for a 0/2 artifact creature. When it enters, scry. Exile itself. Create a 1/1 white human creature token. So Pinocchio becomes a real boy. Jousting Dummy. It's a 2/1. Pay 3 as much as you want for a +1. Locthwain Gargoyle. Gains +2 in flying. Lucky Clover. Whenever you cast an adventure, copy it. You may choose new. Kind of cool. Prophet of the Peak. Scry for a 5/5. Roving Keep. Hey, that's Howl's Moving Castle, isn't it? Artifact Creature Wall. It's a 5/7 for 7 mana. Pay 7. Gains +2. Gains Trample, and then it can attack. So 14 mana to have a 7/7 Trampler. Yeah, that's pretty creative. They did a lot of creative stuff in this set. Scalding Cauldron 2. It does look like Howl's Moving Castle, doesn't it? Let me go back to right there. Let's check it out. Howl's Moving Castle. The Miyazaki movie. Cauldron. Sacrifice it. It deals 3 damage to target. Nah. Shambling Suit equal to the number of artifacts. Nah. Signpost Scarecrow 4 mana. Vigilance. Nope. Sorcerer's Broom. Look at that. There's the Mickey Mouse Sorcerer's Apprentice brooms that came to life. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, you may pay 3. If you do, create a token. Okay, that's funny. It definitely copies itself, just like in Fantasia, if you pay more for it. Sorcerer Spyglass returns. Remember that one, Stevie, on your deck there? It returned now with brand new artwork with a mermaid using it. Spinning Wheel, tap to add a mana or tap a creature. Stone Coil Serpent, it's a 0/0. Reach, trample, protection for multicolored. Enters with X. It's kind of cool. You can pay X to bring out a big ol' creature. Stone Coil Serp, maybe. Weapon Rack, it's an artifact. Enters a battlefield with 3 1/1s. Move a counter onto something else. Witch's Oven. Sacrifice a creature, create a food. If the sacrificed creature's toughness was 4, create 2 foods. So you're going to bake your own creatures into food. That's funny. And then we have the special lands here. So the black one is Castle Locthwain. Enters tapped unless you have 4 or more swamps. Tap and add black. Or 1 black, tap, draw a card, then you lose life based on your cards. Well, I guess we'll put that in. Castle Locked. Fabled Passage, you can go search for a land. You control 4 or more, untap it. No. Then we've got the Idyllic Grange. Then we've got these other lands that are specific in black. Witch's Cottage. It's a swamp. When it enters, unless you control 3 or more, it becomes tapped. When it enters untapped, you may put target creature card from your graveyard to the top. Nah. Then some cool lands that we'll get to eventually. And then we go into the... Planeswalker Decks. Love the art on that. Yeah, a lot of the art on so many of these things is amazing. Then we go into the Brawl decks. So I'm going to have the Chittering Witch. This one creates rats. Taste of Death. Each player sacrifices 3 creatures. And I create 3 food tokens. So that's kind of a big old board wipe, and it gets me food. And let's see, anything else in black? Tome of Legends. Tome of Legends is a battlefield with a page when your commander enters. Okay, so I was kind of going through a lot of different cards, and what I'll do is, lastly, what I'll do here on this other site, I'll put the deck together quickly and then play a little bit more, crack some stuff, and then play. So, whoops, I clicked on an ad. Okay, so let's close that ad. Okay, let's okay. All cards from the set of Eldraine. So I was going to do Bake into a Pie. Let me put a playset of that. We will craft this a little better later. Bell, Blackland Spa, Cauldron, Epic. Okay, I'm going to put the removal in first. Epic, Downfall. Okay, so actually let me show here if people weren't here before. So Bake into a Pie. 4 mana instant, destroy target creature. Create a food. There's some removal. Then we got Epic Downfall. 2 mana, sorcery, exile target creature with converted mana, cost of 3 or more. Then we've got Reeve Soul. Destroy target creature with a power of 3 or less, so some more removal. Revenge Sky Tempting. Witch's Vengeance, Covetous Urge. What does food do? Okay, food is an artifact. So if you have things that do stuff with artifacts, like sacrifice an artifact to do something, food works. Also, you can pay 2, sacrifice the food, and it gains you 3 life. So food gains you life, or it can be used for other synergies. And I have a few synergies in here, so actually what I'll do is, let's just play. I've already been kind of crafting this for a little while. Let's shift gears. Let's do some. I'll craft this on the actual Tuesday. You know, I made the notes of what I want to do, and it's kind of better just to actually do it in Arena instead of kind of putting it here and then importing it and so forth. So I browsed through what cards I want, and let's switch over. Let's switch over to the other camera to open something, and then we'll play a little bit more. I got some other stuff to open right here. This'll be a little different. I'm going to open some Lego minifigures. I'm not a big Lego fan like I used to be when I was little, but Legos are cool. And what I saw were these Disney Legos. Let me see if I can focus that. I know this camera can focus. Here we go. So, Lego minifigures. And I kind of saw some cool things like Chip and Dale, Scrooge McDuck, Mickey and Minnie. Let's see what we get. Okay. I got Dale from Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. I kind of love it. I wanted to get Chip or Dale. So there's his head. And then that connects with his body right here. It's not Chip and Dale from Rescue Rangers. It's the classic Chip and Dale, forest dwellers. And then, I guess the lower body is right here. So put that together, and that can be put on a little stand like that. And then here is, what is this right here? What is this? Do you just put it... What is this? Let me look at it on my... Actually, in person. Is this like an acorn or something? Anyway, so I kind of liked that. What about this? Oh, what about this little paper thing over here? Well, this reveals all of the possible minifigures. So what do I like here? Huey, Dewey, and Louie is kind of cool. Scrooge McDuck is cool. Okay, I guess it's something that he holds. There's Dale and Chip. Hercules, Jack Skellington, Frozone, Jafar's kind of cool. And so it gives you the advice on how to construct them all. Interesting. So, yep, this is supposed to be something that he holds. Okay, he's holding on to it, and then I'll put him on his little base. And so, yep, there it is. That's Dale holding an acorn, I guess. Let me zoom it in really close. Okay, that's fun. Let's open one more of that and then we'll play. Okay, so far I see some legs. I think this is going to be Frozone. Oh no, this is Steamboat Willie? Yeah, this is Steamboat Willie. I love that one too. Cool, that's fun. Yeah, I got Steamboat Willie, black and white Mickey Mouse. So there's the head that connects into the body. Right there. That connects to the legs. Right there. And of course he's Steamboat Willie with his hat. Right here. And he's got his Ixalan logo, which he holds up, I suppose. Something like here, I guess. And then he stands right there. So yep, Steamboat Willie Mickey from, what is that, 1929, I think? So yeah, I kind of got two that I kind of wanted. I like these two classic Disney characters. You know, literally Mickey from 1929, and the original Chip and Dale is probably from the 50s. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers would have been the one I really would want. I don't think they're in the set. But anyway, yep, there we go. A couple of Legos. Disney Lego figures. That's fun. So I crack those. It's not always just magic crack-a-packs and such. It's some fun other trinkets and things. So, but now let's get back to some gameplay. Let's switch back to magic over here. Let's play some Momir's Madness. You know, let's play this thing that is completely random. You never know what you're gonna get, just like a box of chocolates. Has anyone in the chat played the Momir Madness? Basically what happens is the only thing you get from your deck is lands. And when you want creatures, oh, that's cool. When you want creatures, you randomly throw away a land, and then you get stuff. So my opponent obviously is going to try to get as much land as possible, but whoops, I've already ramped them with a totally lucky Llanowar Elf. And I already have a 3-drop creature, plus a Forerunner. Search my library. Nope, there's nothing to search. Alright, so I got 2 creatures. They're going to drop their 3rd land and then try to summon something. Played it before your laptop crashed. Whoops. And they go get their Legion Conquistador, which they don't have any of. So, okay. We'll drop that. We'll do again 4 mana. So we're 1 step ahead. We'll throw away a mountain. We're going to get a 4-drop. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, so I'll go and attack with that. Blocking, that's fine. I've got my little enraged dino. That'll do 5 damage if they dare attack. They got a 4/4. What is that? Zegana? When it enters, you control another creature, gets +1. There's no other creatures, or pay that much to adapt it at 4/4. Okay, that's kind of great. That'll become an 8/8. But let's see if they throw mana into it. So, as for ourselves, let's go summon a 5-drop. What do we get in 5? We get a hasty plus mentor creature. Let's go for that, because then that becomes a 3/3, which I doubt they'll block. And they will block it. Okay, that's fine. They can't adapt it because they don't have the mana for it. So that's done. Just send it back there. Okay. Yeah, I guess they weren't able to adapt it. They could have adapted it if they waited, right? Instead of summoning something else, they could have adapted it into an 8/8. Okay, that's a 4/4. But we've got the ability to summon a 6-drop. And our 6-drop is, ooh, a 4/4 with haste. Sure thing. So that'll get killed, and they'll stay with a 1/1 Sapperling. Yep, I got a 4/4 flyer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They've got 6 mana. Next turn I've got 7 mana. Ooh, they get a big old 7/6, but that can be chumped blocked, so who cares? And they attack with a 1/1 from Hell's Heart. I stab at thee. Okay, so that's what we get at 7 mana. Got a 4/4. Ooh, that does double damage. That's 8 damage right there. Nice. So if they attack with their 7/6, who cares? This is game over for them unless they can take out my flyer. because this 4/4 pirate, if a source I control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage. Ooh, they got the Pelaka Worm lucky. Attacking with that, who cares? Alright, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 mana. Let's see what amazing thing we get for 8 mana. Discard my final land. When it enters the battle, you may return up to 2 creatures to their owner's hands. Amazing. Hoverguard Sweepers. Now, yeah, they're like, I'm done. Hoverguard Sweepers is... Hoverguard Sweepers... Hoverguard Sweepers was first printed in 5th Dawn, and it is currently a Commander 2014 card. Arena is starting to show new cards. Did they announce that in this event? Because this is not a standard card. The card that I just played right now, Hoverguard Sweepers, it's a Commander card, Commander 2014. First published in 5th Dawn, which is, 10 years ago. So is Arena publishing like some... And then I get an Omnispell Adept. Cool. So that's cool. Are we getting like secret cards in this event? What other... Let's see, I'm going to look this up there in the MTG Arena Twitter. Do they mention anything about the new Molmir event? Because that's not a standard card. If they're able to program that, what else can they? What else can they program? Okay, I get to go first. Usually I do the 1-drop anyway, because sometimes we get a Llanowar Elf. Just like you saw right there, but instead I get a 1/1, so that's fine. Used to have the whole set of 5th Dawn. You sold it for $500. Probably worth it, right? Because that is a good amount of money for everything. You get a 1/1 Death Spitter. Okay. I'll probably chump block that because that Spitter can do 2 damage. And, I guess... we will do a 2-drop, and that gets us a wall. Okay. 0/5 Defender. How long ago did you sell that, if you don't mind my asking? Because 5th Dawn was from like 2003, right? Okay, they're going to do their own 2-drop. That's a flyer. Very nice with haste. So they have a little creature advantage at the moment. Let me go over here and switch my tunes. Let's do some chip tunes. Ooh, I get a 2/1 with haste. Okay. Fun. Let's go with Stations of Chiptune. So Momir can be cool and weird, but it's still like tormenting me. They're doing non-standard. Oops, that's got flying. I mean reach. That has reach. Okay, so let's go to 4-drop. Cons pre-release. So that was probably 2015. That's a 4/3. If you control another creature with power, whatever. Okay, so let's see if they block that. They're thinking very hard, although its second ability doesn't work because it doesn't go into the graveyard, it just ceases to exist, so they will take the block. Fine. My 4/3 Ogre has reach, so that'll take out their flyer right there. I guess I will chump block that Spitter. It's been doing enough damage. They get their 4th land drop. Let's see what they get at 4. And I'm battling Polo Cantu. So, not bad amount for a full playset. Yeah, definitely. Ooh, that's a 2/4 with Death Touch plus Ascend. When you ascend, it deals... They draw a card, which will be more lands, which is useful. So yes, that does have reach, so I guess they're going to hold back. Okay, so we got 5 mana. Give me something good at 5 mana. That's a 5/5 with Vigilance for each other creature I control. So we'll stick with that for a moment. We'll build our defenses. Had a lot of foils in it. Okay. Suncrusher was a foil. So how is it that they have still 3 cards in hand and I've only got 1 left? So they got a Prosperous Pirate with 2 treasures. Okay, I'm dead. And they have their Death Touch there. They're going to attack with their Death Touch. Of course, I'll block that. So at the very least, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that treasure's gonna really get me. They have 2 extra mana, so I don't know what's gonna happen here. We get a 7/6 at least. Okay, let's attack with a 5/5 Vigilance. They'll have to double block if they want to deal with that. Or they might chump block. Alright, they're chumping with a 1, but I've got Vigilance. Nice. Now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 8 mana. Uh-oh. That treasure was a complete luck for them. There's a lot of good things at 8. A lot of really scary things, especially if they're showing, if the arena folks are programming. Ooh, they did 7. Oh, okay, they did it all. What did they get? That was... So here's another one of these. Check it out. When you go to these like really high casting costs, it looks like they are letting you summon things that are not in standard. 3 damage to any target on... of each upkeep. Wow, okay. 3 directly to me. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets me a little life. So I'm going in with a 5/5. They'll probably block with the 7. Then their pirate will be dead. Ooh, they take the 7. Actually, they want that pirate. Well, if they attack with that 7/7, I can still block. They're going directly to me. Okay. Okay, here comes something huge. Meteor Golem. Okay. Fake. Okay, at least that can be chump blocked. Okay, so where did Magmatic Force first? Magmatic. Okay, if I don't get anything good here, I need to concede because they've got lots of great cards. A 5/6 Shimmer Dragon. Hey, that's an Eldraine card. They're already doing Eldraine stuff, I see. Okay, so Magmatic Force was first published in Commander 2011, and it is currently part of Battle Bond. So let's move on here. They've got a lot of attackers and I don't have any blockers. But yeah, that's really interesting that they're like throwing in some unexpected cards into... Man, that's some luck for my opponent. Yes, definitely. Momir's all about this luck because they got those 2 treasure tokens which really accelerated them. They got that Meteor Golem that destroyed my big guy. And so they go first. Most people don't do a turn 1 play, and if you do a turn 1 play, it can go really bad or really well. And for me, it's about to go not great at all, because that's just going to be a 2/3 defender forever. There's no way to equip it. So I guess they're going to go with the 3rd turn. No, they're going to go with the 2nd turn. Okay. And what do they get here? A 1/3 Diamond Mare, which is set to white. Interesting, because it's, you know, totally random, right? Let's see what we get into. In the 2 drops. A 2/1 draw card. Okay, that's cool. I get an extra card draw. Nice. So let's see if that Diamond Mare does anything, because it's set to white. But there's no... Okay, so they have a 2/2 flyer with lifelink. Great. Okay, as for myself, at least I got an extra land out of that Trickster. And what do I get from... 3? I get Rona's, which doesn't do anything at all. Happy Tune playing in the background. Let's see what that's called. I got a subscription here from Arturo Lopez. Why didn't it pop up there to say Arturo Lopez subscribed? Anyway, we'll put his name up there. Thank you, Arturo, for subscribing. What's the happy tune that was playing? Oh, it just ended, actually. And we can't go back. Whoops. Anyway, what's currently playing is Buried by Tiasu. But I was too slow to check what the previous song was. Anyway, let's drop a blue mana-producing land. And, it's a 3/3 that destroys... artifacts. I don't need to destroy that goblin thing. I mean, that mare. And what does that do again? Sacrifice a creature, draw a card. I doubt they'll do that, but maybe they can block and then sack. Aw, man, that's really good. They get a 3/3 plus a 3/3 for 1 mana. Okay. They can attack in the air with some life gain. Let's see what we get ourselves at 5 mana. A 4/4 trample. Okay. So if that dinosaur gets through, it deals double. Can't wait for the day Arena comes to mobile so you can play it on the go. That might be fun. I sort of feel, however, this whole interface might be kind of difficult to put on a smaller mobile device. And they didn't do their mana on that. Okay. 1, 2, 6. Come on, 6 drop. Four flyer. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep that 4/4 flyer so I can stop getting all that damage and life gain from their 2/2 flyer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're at 7 mana. Let's see if they don't cast the Meteor Golem at 7. They got an Elder Dragon. Okay. They got Chromium. This spell can't be countered. It's got Flash. It's got Flying. Discard a card until end of turn. Chromium becomes an indestructible. 7/7 flyer. Can't deal with that unless I get something cool on my next draw. At least I'm 1 ahead in lands. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 6, 7. Okay, I got 7. Let's see if we get a Meteor Golem to get rid of that Chromium. They could discard their card to make it indestructible, but let's see. It's getting stuck on them not figuring out that they need to discard, and I got a 7/7 Ghast Bark. Blocks an additional creature. Okay. So cool. I'm gonna let them pass. We're building up our little army right here. 4/4 flyer, 7/7 trample, 4/4 trample with damage. Here's their 8th mana. They're gonna go with 8 mana. They get... what is that? Well, they get a Gishath, which has trample and haste. Okay, fun. I'm gonna attack with that, I guess. We'll kill it. Can block an additional creature. There's only one thing attacking. So, yep, there you go. Okay, so I'll be able to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's my 8th mana. And I get Endray's. Everything gets +2 vigilance and trample. Okay, thanks, Endray's Boars. Check that out. Everything suddenly gets +2 vigilance and trample. Nice. Let's see what'll happen here. Okay, so that they're blocking that. 3 versus 3 on that. Fine. Blocking... triple blocking? They're triple blocking my Merfolk? That's fun. Okay, no, they're double blocking the Merfolk. Okay, they're triple blocking that one, which is fine. And then on here, I guess I will take out their Dino. And, they didn't block my, charging Monstro, which doubled its damage if they didn't read it. And I still have then a 7/7. They are gonna cast one more 8-drop, and they get a 7/7 with nothing. When it enters, if you cast it from your hand, destroy all non-creature... Oh, that would have been amazing. They would have destroyed everything except their 7/7 and my 4/4, but it wasn't casted. So there we go. Alright, let's go again for... Actually, let's hold off right here for our 9-drop. And... let's send in a 7/7, and let's see if they block anything with one of their 7/7s. Okay, that'll take away one of their 7/7s. Alright, so next turn I have enough for a 9-drop. Which will be I have enough for Zakama. I'm gonna go with another 8-drop. Ooh, Slinvona, cool. But that can be chump blocked. 7 in the air. That's fine. And then for us, 9-drop. We got a Molder Hulk. Return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Okay, I get an extra land right there. Cool, that's a 10-drop. But I don't have a flyer. Okay. GG. So, that was interesting. This is just such a random format that... you never know what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure I already went through all of the 5 wins anyway, so that was just a little bit of playing on that. And Ministrant and Conclave. Okay, let's do, so I'm coming up to about 2 hours. Let's do another one of the, just climbing the ladder and see what we get. Let's climb the ladder. This music's a little too frenzied, perhaps now, because I feel like I gotta go fast. Okay, I gotta shift my thinking again. What am I playing here? I go first. Nothing really meaningful. It's kind of okay. So, I got these fairy miscreants. To draw a card, Essence, that's a Firebrand, fine. I'm gonna stick with it, okay. I'm gonna pretend to attack with it. Let's see if this Essence Capture will help. That's going to be light up the stage. Get another Firebrand, okay. Mother-in-law was complaining about using a broom all day and getting blisters. Told her next time, take the car. Haha. That sounds like a joke that I would get out of a fortune cookie. Okay, so there's that Pyromancer, which I will wreck. But then most likely they'll crack their Firebrand. They'll pop their Firebrand to stop it. Fine. They might be missing land drops, as am I. Yeah, they're missing land drops, so let's go for a big old creature. Let's see if they don't have a Lava Coil. 3 lands, okay. So if I was on curve, I should have had my 4th land right there to then dive down. They're attacking on that. They probably have a Lightning Strike. So isn't that always the case when okay, let's see if these freaking fairies get me anything. I guess I'll just put some blockage. I can double block that lava. Risk factor, fine. If you decline, your opponent draws. Nope, I'll take the 4, that's fine. They'll attack for 2. Double block that. I'll be able to Storm Tame myself for protection. Okay, there we go. They're stuck on 3 lands. They've got a bunch of cards in hand. I've got nothing. They'll probably risk factor me, which I will counter. Firebrand, okay. They'll hit that, fine. I can still do what I need to do with my Tamer. So they sacrificed plus getting that out of here, nice. And then a land, okay. So I'll keep it in hand to bluff. That's not a bluff. So another light up or a skewer. Okay, there's a skewer. Guess I'll hold off here in a red deck. Everything matters. Okay, I guess if they want to... I don't even know why I did that, because that's still just going to be that. And it looks like they have one more shock in hand, and I'm top decking lands. Amazing. Alright, so let's try that again. Hilarious algorithm does its thing again. Okay, so it's a lot of red. So, Cerulean Drake, Aether Gust, red creatures, Entrance. Okay, so I'll keep the Djinns, I guess. Put those counters back. I'll try something like that. So putting in some red. I'm putting in that Drake, which has protection from red. Got some counter spells for creatures and other counter spells. Let's see how we do against mono red aggro. So I go first. Good. Okay, that'll do stuff. So they'll probably torch that Tamer right away, which is fine, because then I'll take out my Drake. Okay, no haste on that. Good. Bring in my unkillable Drake. So Cerulean Drake protection from red. This is a mono red deck, so what will they do? Okay, Ember Hauler, same thing. Let's send that back, so if they want to cast it again. They took it down, and I messed up right there. I pressed too fast on the attack, so that they're gonna do an instant. Well, they don't have anything, so fine. That's just gonna be a 1 damage. But that was a misplay. So they definitely have something else here. They probably want to wreck my Mancer, so we'll protect that. They probably have one more. Fine. So it looks like they still have another shock. I'm totally out of cards. Alright, so they're going to hit me just directly with a lot of things over here. They have one more shock to hit me with. There we go. Got another indestructible Chandra.
Not to brag, but I'm totally the best pyromancy student. Say hi to my fiery friends.
Alright, so this most likely also is not going to really pay off.
Oh, they're so cute.
these old school Game Boy soundtracks, these chip tunes. Alright, this is game over.
Throw another punch, and you're gonna get burned.
They're already looking at something in their graveyard to return, so... yeah, let's do one match to wrap up the night. So now let me ask you, is your game ready to go? Because if it's not and you're still having to download it and update it, I don't have quite time for that. So are you ready to go like right now? If I click direct challenge, you're ready to go? Because if you're not, then I'm going to wrap it up for the moment. Ready to do a match right now? No response? Okay, well, I'm going to... we had one more thing. Yeah, so I would really appreciate that in the future, if you're ready to do direct challenge, to have the game ready to go, not to like wait for it to update and all of that. So, in the meantime, let's switch over to the card cam, because we have one more thing to crack open. So the we've been talking about Eldraine and the new cards and all of that, right? So I have a special treat that is Eldraine related. And that means I'm going to crack something right here that is Eldraine fantasy related. And that, of course, is a package of Fairy Tale Fruit Gourmet Gum, sugar-free. So this is Fairy Tale related, just like Eldraine. And it is Fairy Tale Fruit from Project 7. Live, give, smile. So let's see what this gum is all about. And so I'm at 69225 is my handle. So let's see here. I kind of don't want to put the gum out on my how old is this gum? This is brand new gum. It's not 30 years old like the other time. I just got it today at Target. So, man, I would have thought that at least, this is an epic fail, I would have thought that at least the different gum was at least going to be food colored with one of these cool colors. Because if this is supposed to be all about like fairy tale fruit, like why aren't those even colored? And the package smells alright, so what do we have here? Made in the USA, visit Project 7, ingredients, whatever. Like, what are even these flavors? Okay, so, let me try one right here. We'll switch over to our other cam. Right here. Let's see. So, I'll try one of these gums, which is brand new. Really tasty. Let's try the other one. Really tasty. I wouldn't mind if Fairy Tale Fruit sponsored the stream. Kind of tasty. Very sweet and fruity. I guess they're all the same flavor. I thought there'd be different, I thought there would be different flavors. That's cool, that's enjoyable. So, thumbs up to the fairy fruit. It is like kind of sweet and cloying, but it's fun. I'll spit that gum out in a moment. I don't want to keep chewing on the stream, but it tastes good. So Stevie, if you are ready, let me switch back to my game over here. And I'm going to switch over here to, remember, put it up here on the tournament match. That's the one that will just automatically set everything. Make sure you put it on tournament match. And I see you on my buddy list right there. They announced that a better buddy list is coming in October. So, yeah, let's go for it. So, tournament match. VM Compo 69225. Got you right there. Let's go for it. Alright, here we go. Let's see what we get. Let me spit this out, even though it's really good. Fairy Tale Fruit Gourmet Gum. So, I would like a faster opening hand than that, and I definitely have it. But, let's see what happens. So we're back in the Magic Arena to have some 1v1. It is VM Campos versus Devastating Pirate. A battle of the ages. So we got a 2/2 pirate already. Another 2/2 pirate. Alright, let's see if I can get my combo working out over here. I'm kind of noticing the speed of the client is slowing down a little bit. After these recent updates, people have been saying that Arena's kind of slowing down because of like these magical cats and other things. Okay. So we're gonna build up this sort of like engine that if my pieces come together, this is kind of cool. If this doesn't come together, it is what the kids call an epic fail. Ooh, that's a cool card. 4/3 steal your opponent's creatures. I can steal things too. So make that. So take that. Make that bigger, make that bigger. And then we will practice a little patience. That's a lot of mana for a lot of things. Okay, that got bonded. That's got double strike. So we'll take a little damage here. And then we got this action. And then when I attack, that creates a creature, and then that kicks in again. And those become 4/4s. And then my 1/1 can chump block a little bit. Gain me back a little life. I'm down to 9 life. Well, that's cool. That makes it a flyer. So we will rinse and repeat. So those get doubled right there. I'm still gonna get some damage up in the air. 3/3. I can't quite deal with that. Okay, let's see how this will work. Gonna have to add up some blockage. That'll gain me back a little bit life. And hold off because it's dangerously close here. Okay, that's a good move there. Headstrong Brute, that's nice. Very even so far, definitely. Then I did manage to get my combo engine going, so that's lucky. It's kind of slow, but if it does add up, it adds up. This was very close right here. I did end up getting the pieces that I needed, although the deck is very, like, consistent in terms of the pieces that I need. Alright, let's do round 2 and see if I can handle these pirates. A lot of pirates joining together and getting wacky. Alright, so we'll see how this opening draw goes. As long as things go according to plan, I'll be okay. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so I have one more chance to maybe do something. Great. Okay, so no mana for me, and my opponent has double or triple the amount of mana that I've got. So here's the magic, the famous Magic Arena algorithm kicking in. Alright, so that was a complete top deck, and let's see if we can keep this going. I'm really close to death. But maybe I'll get lucky here. So, barely got to my 4th mana, and my opponent has all the mana. That's pretty amazing. So that means something huge is coming, probably a Planeswalker. Okay, there's that. Getting hijacked. I think I can stop that. So none of that. I got my own kind of hijack, but it's in white, so what would be a name for that instead of a hijack? Two, 3, vigilance. Alright, so, so here again, trying to do this combo engine. And I'll attack with the captured creature. Uh-oh, something's coming here. Oops, hatchling. This is very close. Suddenly I realized... I have 1 life. How did that happen? Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to hopefully try to... Oops, Millstone. I love the art on that. Okay, so I'm gonna get some good stuff milled away. So I'm barely hanging out with 4 lands. Okay, let's see if maybe something... So that was definitely a turnaround right there. And I get milled. I like those 2 cards. And that's a goblin. Gives treasure. More milling. It was a kill spell. Yeah, that was a turnaround, just top deck luck. So next we need Star of Extinction to destroy everything and deal 20 damage to me. Actually, how many cards do I have left? I kind of don't like this new pop-up that explains there. 34 library, 4 in hand, 11 graveyard. I kind of like just like that the number would appear on top. Indestructible A. Okay, well, that was definitely a big old turnaround from really weak opening starting hand, and then for me, and then it eventually things came around. So good game on that. Yeah, the magic algorithm. Like sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes. Good game on that, Stevie. So yeah, I've been streaming 2.5 hours now. Great turnaround. Thank you. Yes, that was like out of nowhere. Sometimes that happens in terms of like the perfect cards appearing out of nowhere. So yeah, I've been streaming a little while now. Able to climb the ladder a little bit and then fall again. And then play a little Momir and then a little one-on-one, and we crack some packs. And I got a Steel Overseer as the rare. It gives artifacts +1/+1. I got a Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse. Let me just take away the steering wheel. So then there's Steamboat Willie right there. Look at that, perfect resemblance. And he's got his little hat and everything. Golem Artifact deck, that might be fun. So yep, there he is right there. There's Steamboat Willie. And then also a Dale from Chip and Dale. Wouldn't it have been amazing if I got both Chip and Dale on the same, you know, booster openings? See, there it is right there. With his little red nose, hilarious. And he's holding an acorn, I guess. Sounds like a fun deck to play with. Possibly. And then lastly, I opened up the Fairy Tale Fruit, which still smells really good. Well, everyone, thanks again for hanging out. Remember Tuesday, the 24th, 11 a.m. To 4 p.m. to 4:44 p.m. Then I go to work, and then 10:10 p.m. to 12:12 a.m. midnight, I continue the streaming, and so the cards that I was going through in my theory crafting, I'm making that a black mono black Knights deck, and that's what I'm going to be playing during the stream when I 1v1 people. I'm also going to be playing some sealed and some draft, and that'll be happening at various hours all the day on Tuesday the 24th, and you will be there. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming and hanging out, the lurkers and the active people. I appreciate it. You'll be there for the midnight one. Great. Tell everyone you know, because this will be like the first preview of all of the new cards of the whole set. So that'll be fun. Well, everyone, thanks for hanging out. This has been VM Campos, and I'll see you next time.